All right, I've changed over to Scholar, which means I need to pull out my fairy. Ah, so this does have a cast time, unlike the summoner, who can pop their pet out instantly. Hi there. Very useful pet, always very useful. Unlike the summoner, I actually do have a cast time with mine, so that's good to know. Now, we are headed into Haukke Manor. Now, my queue times as a DPS were a little, shall we say, long. Let's see how long it takes me to get into this as a healer. I thought it'd be fast, but damn. Wow, that was instantaneous. Ooh. Oh, hi. Hi, 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 oh dear. Oh me, oh my. Oh dear, the interior decorator of this place needs to be fired immediately. And like I thought, demons. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Now, yeah, I know, that's me. I get to be the new guy. All right, what are we working with? We're working with a Marauder, which is the base class of the warrior. We've got an actual summoner, and we've got a thaumaturge, if I remember correctly. Yes, that is the thaumaturge class. So we are very caster heavy on this one. This should be a lot of fun. Okay. So this is actually going to be the first time I've done this as a healer onto this character. And the first piece of advice I'm gonna give any aspiring healer is make sure your tank is focus targeted so you can keep an eye on them. Because the last thing you want is them getting wrecked. Now I have to kind of keep an eye on this tank just because I have a feeling he's not gonna do his job. And no, he's really not. Oh, you guys are gonna make my life interesting, aren't you? Oh gosh. Oh yes, yes you are. You are gonna make my day. Oh, where the hell did I put? I don't know where I put Asuna on my bar. I really don't. But anyway, as a healer, my job is mostly to not worry too much about DPS at first, but rather keep the rest of the party alive as much as possible. Ah, that's right. This is Haukke Manor. And Haukke Manor's mechanic is that there are keys and locked doors, which, you know, doesn't seem like all that much, but still, it's kind of a thing you do need to handle. Oh dear. Oh yeah, he is having fun. Oh, he is having fun. All right. So since this is my first time really actually playing this class, I suppose I should kind of go over what the Scholar is really good at. The Scholar's got two big things going for him. One, I've got the happy Healy pet, in this case Eos. And number two, the Scholar, oh God, excuse me. The Scholar is the best at casting shield spells. Whereas, you know, like the White Mage is definitely the one who can put out the just best pure healing and also have heal over time abilities. The Scholar lacks a heal over time, but grants the ability to shield damage much easier than a White Mage could. And as for the Astro, well, they're kind of in the middle. They can do both, just not as well. Oh, we are not gonna be in that, thank you. Now my offensive skills as a low-level Scholar are pretty garbage. I literally have two spells. I have Ruin and I have Bio. Instead, I've traded in my offensive kit for a much more defensive kit. I wanna make sure, there we go, make sure he's actually hitting all of them first. That is very important as a healer. Make sure your tank has tagged as many enemies as possible before healing him, because you just don't wanna have to deal with that. You don't wanna pull stuff off of the tank. They get unhappy, you get dead. Nobody's happy about this. I don't even have an AoE heal at this level, but then again, I don't think I'm really gonna need an AoE heal at this level. It shouldn't really need it. And I'm partially wrong. I do actually have one AoE heal. It's kind of an oh shit button. It's Whispering Dawn. Basically makes the pet do a big AoE heal around it. Beyond that, all my stuff is single target again. Again, just the joys of being low level. I don't have that many spread target abilities. Now these manor maidservants wandering around, you know they don't look like typical maidservants. Well, that's because they've been corrupted by the Void Scent. And Void Scent in this world are basically demons. They come from a realm called, oddly enough, the Void. And yes, they are basically corrupted people more often than not. And oh dear, that's a lot of enemies. Let's, there we go. Give him a shield so he can kind of give himself a little bit of cover while I just go around dotting as many of these guys as possible, which I can't do anymore because I need to ad load this guy. Keep the tank alive, keep the tank happy, makes everybody happy, keeps the world spinning, all that fun stuff. Especially with 4 enemies and kind of being low level, it's good to just keep the tank alive. Throw some DPS when you can, but mostly keep the tank alive. And yeah, he's doing his job. He's actually popping defensive cooldowns, which is nice. Oh, and he just gave me a good idea. Let's drink some orange juice. Give ourselves a little bit of an XP bonus. Not much of one. Oh, I see those 2 maidservants coming in. They're coming in hot. Oh, there's the other one. Now these maidservants always start with that big old AoE. The plus side is they're really squishy compared to the other stuff that's in here. And my magic points are going away. That is definitely one big thing as a caster, or I should say as a healer. Mana is not your friend. You will burn through mana like it's going out of style unless you have some regen skills, which in this case, the only regen skill I have is Lucid Dreaming. But it also doesn't help that I'm using Adlo more often than I'm using Physic. Now Adlo is my shield skill. And let's not. I thought about it, I really did, and I realized, no, he's gonna pull that right as I cast this. And that just ends badly for everyone involved. I don't even think I need to heal him for just 1 Manor Maidservant. We're gonna melt this thing. Yep. And we're up to the first boss, the Claviger. Now the Claviger is really, really basic. She has, I think, only 2 AoE abilities, and that's about it. So we'll dot her up. I don't even know if I needed this physic. I know I'm gonna give him the Adlo. Then I'm just gonna go back to ruining this bitch's day. Because that's all I can really do. Hello. Except move, because I don't want to be nailed by that. Definitely not something I'm fond of getting hit with. Okay, I think that's enough. I think you can have a little bit of the healies. Make sure my dot's back up. As you can see, the, oh no. Oh, I was wrong. That's not a Thaumaturge. That's an Arcanist. This is all pets, all day. Now the tank just needs a pet and we'd be good. I did not realize she had 5 sets of dots on her until I was like, oh yeah, she's just having bad times all around here. And interesting that Athena there, our level 30 Arcanist, has not gotten her job yet, although she may have started at 29 before this dungeon run. I would have to have looked. As for me, I actually started this 1 level higher than the maximum. I got down synced. And oh, you are not long for this world. Can we finish it without having to heal the tank? Yes! And our reward is a green key. And a chest. And a door, which you think you would be going through, but you'd be wrong. Nope. What you want to do actually is haul U-turn and go back through the entrance. Because on the other side is this, the green door, or the ivy door as the game calls it. And yeah, there's more dungeon that way, but you can pretty much ignore that. And oh, okay. Oh, everybody's just going straight down into it. Oh, there's no subtlety here. Oh, let's make the pet do some work. There we go. There's my Whispering Dawn. That's my oh shit button. That's got like a, yeah, it's got a 60-second cooldown, but that's my big AoE heal right now. And honestly, I kind of felt like we needed it there. Oh, there's a tiny key here. Don't mind if I do. The tank's fine, he got it covered. But just to be on the safe side, here, have a shield. And then we'll go back to ruining this Corpse Fly's day. Which I barely do any damage. Compared to the DPS, I'm probably putting out like half per cast that they are. And that's okay. Oh, hello, maidservant. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's just make your day even more misery. And toast. Yeah, they're hitting, I think, for around 200 or probably more like 160 for their ruins. I'm hitting for a little over 100, and I'm higher level than they are. And probably running higher level gear. Let's just make sure he's topped off before we start focusing on these guys. And yes, we are in the basement, and yes, the basement is just a place where you just don't want to be. Now, we do have some extra keys here, but there's really only one door you have to open, and it's all the way at the end of this curving corridor. So a lot of these guys you can really just ignore. And this does make for a relatively fast dungeon. This is actually one of the faster low-level dungeons. You know, I might have been salty about this tank on the first pull, but he's doing a good job. He's running defensive cooldowns like he should. He's making sure everything's facing away from the party like he should. We can ignore that door. We don't need any extra keys, because we only need one extra key, basically, to get through this whole area. Thank you. These poor maidservants, they don't know what they're going into. And obviously, as you can tell, this place is definitely gone to the demons. Like, the maidservants are all like, you know, demon girls. They got skeletons, they got bats. Manor Servitor, yeah, these are all skeletons. This is just not a fun place to be for anybody. Oh, I wish I had an AoE spell, I really do. I don't really think I needed that, but sure, why not? What I do want is to make sure the tank's topped off. Make sure all these guys got my dots on them. One more for the tank, and back to ruin. Now my pet's throwing out that spell called Embrace. You're probably seeing it pop up every now and then. It's kind of like an auto attack heal. It doesn't do a lot of healing, but it does help. Like, see, whereas my heal does about like 250, her heal only does 83. But she's doing it constantly, and she's always throwing it out. Every global cooldown that she can, she'll throw it out on the person that's close by and hurt the most. And there's the door we want, the one right before the rubble. Love this guy, he's doing his good jobs. All of them are. Let him get a big old fat pull in here. Give them an Adlo and then start going on there with some bios. You guys got nothing. You got nothing. And these guys, yeah, it's just fun watching all the ruins flying at these guys is insane. They're just taking so much abuse. They have no idea what's going on. They're just getting ruined all day, all night. You know what? He's good. I'll grab the key. Because the key we want in here is not a tiny key. No, sir. It's the yellow key. We'll take that. And then we can come over this one-way junk pile. Yep, this is one way. You can't come back across. And what's that? We're back where we started at the basement area. But now we can open the Carnation door to the second boss, which is actually two enemies. Now I'm gonna, yep, someone was good enough. You do want to hit the Jester first. He's much squishier than the Steward, and he does hit harder. So the goal is to make sure you take the Jester out first. I'm just gonna make sure and ruin both of them to be done with it. And then, I don't have Asuna. Roll, I should have Asuna. I don't know why it's not on my bar. I'll have to fix that later. I would go into there and just like, oh, I'm gonna hard pull Asuna out of this, because for some reason I don't have it on my bar like I should. Really not sure why it's not on there. Oh well. Put some more dots on the Steward, put some more dots on the Jester, everybody's happy. Nobody's dead yet. Make sure we got some fresh shields. And let's start ruining the Steward's day because they've already brought down the Jester. All the misery, all the misery. Nope, we're gonna add low the tank, and we're gonna pop a Lucid Dreaming, because Lucid Dreaming is my main way of getting MP back at the moment. Actually, it's my only way of getting MP back at the moment. No, you don't get to mess with our poor tank. Oh, that thing just disintegrated. So, for beating him, we get a bloody parchment and 2 treasure chests. Anything good? Definitely not for me. And, ooh, that's better than what I'm wearing. Low roll. I only rolled a 17 on that. I don't think I'm getting it. Now, we could, because of where this bloody parchment goes, we could walk all the way back to through the dungeon, or we could use the return spell, because the return spell in a dungeon works differently than in the overworld. It actually will bounce you all the way back to the starting area. And the reason we're doing that in this dungeon specifically is because the barrier up there, this is where that parchment goes. I don't think our 4th understands the concept of use return. Yep, someone just warned him. So hopefully our 4th will be joining us shortly. There we go, I can see him casting it now. Hey, no spoilers there, Athena. I haven't seen, that doesn't exist yet. She's doing a dance that I will get access to later, and I cannot wait to see. All right, this is open. Ah, there's the Manor Sentry. Now, that corridor all the way down there is another area we could go to, but again, it's completely optional. You don't have to go down there if you don't want to, and this Manor Sentry is just gonna get melted. He's got nothing, and in fact, we don't even get to finish the fight off on this guy. He's gonna run at 50%. So all you gotta do is burn him down, and as soon as he hits 50%, yep, there he goes. He stops being an enemy, and he runs away to open the door to the actual boss room. Oh? Well, I must say, the demon corruption's done wonders for your face there, lady. Yeah, you're still creepy though. Oh joy. Lady Amandine. Yep, this is a freaking fight here. This is actually probably the first challenging boss that we've come across. Like, all the others have been pretty much a pushover. This is the first one I would say I've actually seen people die to. Granted, the most of the time I see people die to this is because they're idiots, but you never know. I didn't need to throw a second miasma on there, but still, it's the way it goes. I'm gonna start throwing a couple extra adlos on people here just because. And this is the reason why. See these lamps? Every one of these lamps is going to pulse and do damage to us. Now, it's not a lot of damage, but when you have 4 of them pulsing at a time, you want these lamps gone. You want them gone fast, because they get annoying very quickly. She's already at 50%, wow. The DPS is kicking ass here. Uh-oh, the lamps are about to return on. There we go, yeah, they turn on twice. So the easiest way to do this is to split up as much as possible. Hi there, ladies candle. Don't mind me, I'm gonna bring you over to the boss so the boss can deal with it, or so the tank can deal with this, thank you. Let's put on a little emergency healing. Oh, this is getting hairy now. This is the part where the fight gets hairy because all of these ads get summoned. Oh shit, the tank just got melted. Oh, Swift Cast Resurrection, you are my friend. Oh tank, do your job please. Oh, this got hairy all of a sudden. This went downhill way faster than I thought it would. Woo boy. Oh, no, nope, we just lost that one. We just lost our summoner. But that's okay, that's okay. I think we're reasonably stable at this point. Ow, those random shots though, those could hurt. Now I could try and res, but my Swift Cast has got another 10 seconds, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm waiting until that comes back, because Resurrection costs a lot of mana, and it's also got a really long cast time. It's like 8 seconds long. So definitely not. Oh, that's right. Arcanists also have access to Resurrection. Oh, good save. Oh, this got a lot hairier than I thought it would. Whew. Oh, but I think we fully stabilized now. Oh, Lady Amandine, you ain't got nothing. Ah, somebody please unleash hell. Come on, let's see that level 2 LB. Come on, somebody do it. Oh, nobody's gonna do it. Damn it. Doesn't matter. We still beat your ass. No more sacrificing for you. Look at us, 3 of us with books. Ah, that was good. That was a good run, even if it did get a little hairy there. Woo! Oh, and what is our loot? It is a conjurer weapon, aka the white mage, so we definitely don't need that. As for commendation, I'm actually gonna give that to Athena for that quick resurrection. That was definitely a good save there. All right, and lastly but not least, one courteous bow to the group, and we're off. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Ah, there you, whoa! Oh shit, there's 2 of them! Oh shit, there's 2 of them. Oh, I was not expecting that. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire 1 crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Hydaelyn chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Oh, you itching for a fight? Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength from Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Oh great, they have the organization teleportability. Fare you well, bringer of light. Yeah, that's foreboding as shit. Well, that was, shall we say, a little hair-raising at the end. Also, we're now level 33. We've gone up in the world. Let's jump back over to the old summoner class. Bye, Eos. See you later. Now, we need to report to Sandal, who is all the way back in Gridania. Okay, Sandal, I have killed your mistress. At least I hope I did. God forbid if she comes back.
You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe that they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore. Though misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna be pretty generous to you, dude. It wasn't your fault. It really wasn't. But anyway, we're heading back to Minfilia now. Unfortunately, I can't use return because my return spell's still on cooldown from the dungeon. So, gotta use a teleport. Well, Minfilia, apparently not even a house full of demons is match for me.
A house full of what?
Never mind.
Welcome back, Dekumon. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn to the Twelveswood?
Well, it kind of went a little crazier than we thought. There were demons and ritual sacrifice and...
2 of Lahabraeus' minions? And they sought to measure your strength by their own admission. The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt then. The Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would then that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against the threat unaided.
That's kind of true. There really aren't that many people here, and we're pretty spread out.
We must needs alert the 3 nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil.
But will they is the question.
There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others.
Ah, interesting. Another matter, you have to say. Well, as much as I would like to deal with that right now, I think this is where I'm going to be cutting it here. So, Minfilia, if you want to talk about the Wrath of the Titan, things are going to get interesting now. So, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me and find out what the Wrath of the Titan looks like. So, until then, see you guys in the next video.